In this vast universe of ours, there is one truth that is held self-evident. That being that the very center of the cosmos lies on a beautiful blue planet in the city of Manchester, England. For it is here where, for the pride and respect of the blessed Queen Mother, our beloved Manchester United engage in battle on a weekly basis. This is our shrine. This is our altar, the consecrated playing field of Manchester United. And quite remarkably, of the more than 10,000 drinking establishments in all of England, there is one and only one that actually abuts the sacred ground of our very own soccer stadium. Yes, through all the years, only one pub can claim actual contact with the magnificent legend of Manchester United. But only a select few patrons are cognizant of its whereabouts, for it lies on the backside of the stadium, far away from the oft-trampled common route at the front, that being, of course, Harrisford Boulevard. Instead, we approach from the east, and at the intersection of Westminster and St. James, we pass Breckenridge and Fitzclarence Avenue on the left, and then we proceed down Hawthorne Street until you run into Hampstead Way, which is just past Cavendish on the left, directly opposite the intersection of Finchley and West Kensington. And there, just after Rothschild and Cornwallis on the right, diagonal from Farnworthy and Bevington, of course, you'll spy Cricklewood. But if you get to East Uxbridge and Plumstead, why then you've gone too far. You'll need to backtrack to Parliament Square by way of Devonshire Road, passing Lord Nethersfield's monument. And once you see Gibraltar, take an immediate right onto Livingston, and then another left onto Fauntleroy Avenue across from Argyle Street. Then proceed a few paces up the cobblestones past Abercrombie and Alabaster, and there you'll find it, Hooligan Way. And at the very end of Hooligan Way, you'll find the finest drinking establishment in all the United Kingdom, Nigel and Ollie's. And it's simply a miracle that more people don't just stumble upon it making their way about. And when you cross its threshold, why, it's as close as you'll get to the glory and triumph of being on the consecrated lawn of Manchester United's sanctified field itself. Now, the owners of this fine pub are, of course, Nigel and Ollie. And no finer two blokes you'll ever meet. Here's Nigel, and here's Ollie. Let's now step into this abode to hear from the lads themselves. Welcome to Nigel and Ollie's. This here is Nigel, and I'm Ollie. For years now, we've been the proud owners of Nigel and Ollie's pub, which me pal Nigel here and me, Ollie, have been the proud owners of for many a year now. When people want a few pints before the game, or during the game, or long after the game, Nigel? They come here to Nigel and Ollie's, where they can have a drink and tip the suds with me pal Nigel here, or they can tip the suds with me, I'm Ollie, or they can tip the suds with the same bleeding time with Nigel and Ollie. Here's Nigel, and I'm Ollie. Well, I guess that's good for episode 1. We hope you enjoyed the inaugural episode of Nigel and Ollie's with none other than me pal Nigel here and me, I'm Ollie. Join us again for another exciting episode of Nigel and Ollie's. And so it goes on at Nigel and Ollie's, where the lads continue to forge ahead, always extending an open invitation to all they meet to come in and join them for a pint. Oh, but one round of pints always leads to another, and you'll likely just find yourself settling in for a more committed effort, shall we say, tossing back the suds while you watch the game. It's a cycle that continues with no end at Nigel and Ollie's, where the game is always on and the tap is always running. And the lads, well, they're always there to keep the seats warm, here and only here, at Nigel and Ollie's on none other than Hooligan Way.